Well, hello, good evening, welcome along. Yes, Mike is not here, but I think we should still bring you into the studio in London. It's so good to have you with us. Kate, Thierry and Jamie, Mike are over there in Paris, Anita and Peter over there with him too, so we'll check in with them very soon. But let's just talk about what we've just seen.
I think if you're PSG and you get to the final and you come up against Inter Milan, who are a very good team, but it's not Real Madrid, it's Big Meeks.
Meeks, Peter Schmeichel and Donnarumma reunited.
Being ignored.
Will Donnarumma know who Big Meeks is?
Big Meeks is being ignored. He's just watching, he's letting the goalkeepers have their moment, I think.
I mean, I love that moment. Peter Schmeichel.
look at that.
He knows who Big Meeks is. He's going to ask him now who his favourite is, isn't he? Who's your favourite? It's you. Look at Mike.
They might win it, but hey, don't sleep on Inter. It's going to be a very good final.
55th birthday, by the way, tomorrow for Luis Enrique. We should say very happy birthday from CBS and all your friends here.
Huh? He's a fan of the show, isn't he?
From time to time.
Oh, at one point he wasn't anymore. I don't know what happened.
Mike offended. You offended him. It was you.
It was me.
No, but Mike, you also. The scarf.
The likely candidates.
I think we've got work to do in the next couple of weeks, get him back on side.
Yes. Well, maybe you should be your charming self. I'm sure it will help. Let's go over to Paris and join our friends over there. Who's there for us? Peter, Micah.
Big Meeks.
Oh, Ashraf. Hello. Good evening.
I feel like Ashraf Hakimi is working for us.
Ashraf, can you hear the studio?
Do you hear us now,
Ashraf? I need to turn up a little bit.
Ashraf.
Hello. Good evening. Congratulations.
How is that feeling? I mean, the celebration, come on.
I think it's amazing. I cannot describe this moment with the fans. You see the ambience. We worked really hard since we started the season. I remember when we be out of Champions League, no one believed in us, so we worked together. It was a difficult moment, but we deserve it.
I said before you was my top two fullbacks, but after watching it, I think you've just edged number one now. What an absolute performance that was. Wow.
Thank you.
Up, down, offensive, defensive, so much energy.
Yeah, in this kind of games, I motivate myself more than... No, I don't know. I just do what I like to do, make the people enjoy. I enjoy also play this kind of game, so I'm really proud for my game, for also the performance of the team, and I'm really happy.
What are you doing? Playing right back, right full back, and then you end up on the left-hand side and scoring the goal.
Just is the freedom that the coach give me. Yeah, the coach make me say for me go forward, be free, inside, outside, and I feel good in this kind of movement that the coach let me do, and I can make it in the pitch.
Can I ask you about the atmosphere in the stadium? It's one of the best, if not the best, I've ever heard.
I think yes. I think we have I don't know if it's the best or one of the best support stadium in the world. Where I'm really happy, proud to play in Paris Saint-Germain in front of these fans. We know that, like I said before, it's difficult moments in the season, but is the one of they believe in our work, and they support us always, and they also deserve these kind of moments.
I don't want to steal your moment, but I do have to ask you, first of all, do you know what you're holding? Have you ever had one of them that is yours?
In the Champions League, no. So it's good to hold it. It's amazing, and you fully deserve it.
This is part of the team. They deserve all the players that they play today. Also the player that didn't play, the coach, all the people is behind of this work. They deserve also the MVP.
Have you had one
Mike
of these before,
Peter, I don't know if you guys can hear me. Ashraf.
No.
We're struggling to hear you guys. There's some kind of audio issues. We're having problems hearing you guys. Are we going to have to dip out, everybody? We're going to sort it out. Unfortunately, not properly. We'll sort it out. We'll come back to you and see if that makes a difference. Ashraf, try that a second. Okay, no, we'll fix it. We'll get it fixed, because I know you had something you wanted to ask, didn't you, Thierry?
Yeah.
We'll get back there, I'm sure, in a few. Ashraf Hakimi, been on the show now in the first leg.
He works for us.
I know, I think so. Maybe we should offer him some kind of official role.
Who's got the most appearances, him or Thuram?
It's close.
Where are we on? 40?
Oh, yeah.
What? You think Marcus has got more?
Must have, but it's because we had 3 times Ashraf like in the last 3 shows.
Look at Paris there. That's incredible, isn't it?
No, it is. Look,
Thierry, tell me about the support. We see, Micah said there about the atmosphere. We saw the scenes at the end. You said to me before it's a great atmosphere, only Marseille sort of betters it in France. We talk about Anfield and Borussia Dortmund, the Yellow Wall. I mean, is Paris sort of not given the recognition as a sort of fan base that other supporters are in Europe?
I would say that overall in France, I'll be honest with you, you go to Lens, you will have an amazing atmosphere. You go to Marseille, Saint-Etienne, a lot of teams, I'm not going to. But yes, Paris Saint-Germain, the stadium is just magical. Parc des Princes is not supposed to be when you look at it because the stands are far. Normally you lose a bit of the authenticity of a football stadium. But the Parc des Princes is magical. I've seen amazing teams there. You guys all know that I'm from the suburb of Paris, so I used to go and watch the Paris Saint-Germain before there. And at one point they were dominant. They had a bit of problems. You know, it wasn't at times safe to go and watch the game at the Parc des Princes. So you have to give also, since the Qatari arrived, you have to give them a lot of credit because they made it a safe place, a place that is really recognized, a place that, you see the Paris Saint-Germain shirt everywhere. If I was in New York the other day, I saw the Paris Saint-Germain shirt everywhere. And now they're in a position to win the Champions League. The only team that wouldn't like that is Marseille. That's the only team. Like as a French guy, obviously they knocked Arsenal out. I am upset and I'm sad about that. But I'm also happy that Paris Saint-Germain can be in a situation where they can bring another star, you will say, for French football, because in our history we only have one, which is really poor. So hopefully they can do that, but you have to give this man that we see, because I'm looking at the screen on the other side, Luis Enrique, the way he built that team and what they did, how they changed the community, having that youth, that young team also, the fans can relate and see themselves in that team. So well done Paris Saint-Germain, and let's see what's going to happen. I just wanted to ask Hakimi, because Hakimi won the league with Inter. It's going to be a special game for him.
Well, we're trying to get that sorted. We'll hopefully go back to him. Hopefully he'll still be there. But yes, it is now official. We know what the final looks like. PSG and Inter Milan will be at the Champions League final on Saturday, May 31st. And the incredible news, so too will our team. Be sure to join Thierry, Jamie, Big Meats, myself and the entire crew live from Munich for the build-up to the biggest game in club football. We're excited for this one. We're going to bring you all the atmosphere, in-depth analysis, special surprises, and lots of fun as only we can. Special surprises. Ooh. What that means, I don't know. You'll be surprised. Our super-sized 2-hour pre-game coverage begins for you on the Golazo Network and on Paramount Plus, 1 p.m. Eastern, before moving over to CBS at 1:30. Note it down now. We cannot wait to see you over there in Munich, but we've got loads more still to come on this post-game, so stick with us for a few. Hello, welcome back again to our studio in London. We haven't yet had the chance to go through the highlights with you from this game between PSG and Arsenal. We're going to start doing that just now. And I think initially there was a lot of Arsenal. Yes. They were dominant, as you said, Thierry.
It was all Arsenal for 15 minutes, and then it would have been a tap-in. Maybe it would have scored or not, but you have to release that ball.
We're going to obviously continue with the highlights in a few, but we want to jump out right now because we want to take you back over to Paris with Peter and Micah and a very special guest. We are very excited to welcome to the show. Always a pleasure. The president of PSG, Nasser Al Khelaifi.
My best friend! Before we start, how does that feel? Please.
Stressful, almost heart attack. But yeah, no, I mean, it's a great feeling to be at the final. After a long season, tough season, we just our objective to qualify from the group stages. People forgot that we had 4 points, 3 matches. We have to win all the 3 matches. Losing against City here 2-0, and to come back. Then we have Salzburg, we have Stuttgart. So it's really tough draw, tough matches. The team been progressing, but always we had the good faith, honestly, in our coach and our players, and our fans. Amazing fans here, especially home. So you're coming from almost group stages, out of group stages to the final.
That's incredible. Just think about that in January. Now you have 2 games left in the group stage. It was up against it. Did you ever at that point imagine that you were going to be standing here now, the president of one of the clubs in the Champions League final?
To be honest, I never thought or think about the final that time. Just I want to qualify to the group stage. I want to play the playoff, and this was our objective. Our objective this year was match by match. Honestly, if you tell me our objective to be in the final, not at all. But today, I mean, we are here in the final, 1 match to go. So it's an amazing feeling, and we have just 1 match to go.
You must be happy how the managers delivered and improved this team.
Absolutely. Even when I say the 3 matches before with 4 points we could get out, I promise you we're never gonna change anything in the project, and we're gonna continue exactly what we're doing because we believe in our plan and we're sticking in our plan, whatever result. Today, last match against Aston Villa or Liverpool, it will be exactly the same because we believe in our coach and we believe in our players and our talented, young, hungry players run like crazy.
Never before in the history of the Champions League has a team in a semi-final who had the average age of under 25 years gone through the final, and I think you have 24 years
24.
and 261 days.
Correct. I mean, it's
That's your project.
Absolutely. Young, hungry players that really they work for the team, they fight for the team, they really go. I mean, they die for the jersey. That's the most important for the city, for the club, and this is what you see them. I mean, today you see them like they all of them could die in the pitch today, and to be honest, this is.
Fortunately, they didn't.
They didn't. Thanks God. But really, I mean, proud. Exactly. But proud.
I think Terry's got a question.
Coach, how are you, Coach?
President,
We miss you, Titi.
I'm good, but I don't have a question. I actually want to give you your respect. I would say why. Being French, I know what you came under, the pressure that you came under, and this town is not one that is a nice one when things are not going well. And I have to say that you always conducted yourself really well. You listened to what was missing. We talked about it. I think that team at the time that had to go young. I was mentioning people, more local players. You guys went another way, but it doesn't really matter. When you went to get Luis Enrique, I said to you, you got a proper coach. He doesn't mess around. You will see. But I wanted to say thank you because you changed the way people see Paris Saint-Germain. When I was growing up, it wasn't the case. You change everything, the community, people can go and watch the game well at the Parc des Princes. It wasn't the case always in the history. So hopefully you can make the next step and bring another star. I know they won't like it in Marseille, but it is what it is. I will like it. I did text you. It's my team that you knocked out, but I want Paris Saint-Germain to win the Champions League because that will seal what you've done and the way you've done it, and you put Paris back on the map. So well done, and thank you.
Thank you very much, Coach. And this words, it's a lot to us, especially from legend like you and Arsenal ex-players. But I know you're French, and here in France it's really important. Today we fight for not just Paris Saint-Germain, for France, for the league, for Liga, for the clubs here, for the young, talented in Paris, around Paris. I think this is the message that whenever you have a dream, make it true. But I'll say, repeat exactly what I said. There's still 1 match to go. Still, we are not done.
Well, Thierry's got your number. Can I have your number?
Of course.
Thank you very much. Thanks for coming out.
President.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very
Go
much.
and enjoy
Wonderful to see
the
you.
party. And please, from all of us from CBS, I wish the whole team congratulations.
Michael, give him your number.
Amazing.
Big Mix, give him your number.
Give me a hug, sir. Give me a hug.
No, hey.
Thank you so much. Oh, guys, seriously, what a class act he
Just
is.
left without giving you his
I've
number,
had a
Michael.
great time out here. It's been marvellous.
You can keep it as a souvenir.
Oh yeah, he said he's going to give me it later on, don't worry about that.
Did you not get it? I just got it.
Is he got it?
No, I got his business card. and said, "Don't give it to Micah."
That's his personal assistant. That's not his number.
Are you going to enjoy the celebrations tonight? Big Meeks, you were with the Paris fans before the game. You're going to be with them after the game.
Me, Jamie.
Who's the fella behind?
I think the guy behind you wanted to be on the show.
I'll be drowning my sorrows tonight, Jamie. You know.
You look disappointed.
What do you mean drowning your sorrows? You were supporting PSG all the way through.
Anyway, back in the studio, have you missed me tonight or what? Have you missed me? Have you missed the energy? How was the whole show tonight?
We've been with Beckham
Give me
and
some
friends all
information,
night.
guys. What's
We've had a
happening?
great time.
Who was in there, Jamie?
He didn't even tell anything.
I've had your wine, Big Meeks.
Ooh!
Just-
I'll be whining tonight. Don't you worry about that, Jamie.
Yeah.
Micah, are you going to the hotel cost?
Oh, I might have a little pass through, Peter. If you fancy it.
You never know.
You never know, huh?
Never know. Oh, but we, hey,
We, huh?
we've already had one party here. We've already had one party here. We might as well go for the next one.
Why not? Why not?
Guys, we haven't really got a chance to hear your thoughts on the game so far, obviously, because we had the mic issues. You were with Ashraf Hakimi, then you were with the president. What about your thoughts?
It was really an interesting game. I thought Arsenal were absolutely fantastic in the first 20 minutes. They gave it everything, and it was really only because of the brilliance of Donnarumma that it stayed 0-0. It was. Yeah. And then, of course, PSG scored, changed the run of the game. But, I mean, Arsenal gave it a good go, I have to say that.
They had to give it a good go, but I think the better team won. I think on that transition, in terms of energy, if you look at PSG's front three, they just had so much more pace. I thought at times when Saka or Odegaard got the ball, they took too long on the ball, and you know what the Champions League is about moments. How many times have you said on the show about moments? When Arsenal was on top in that first 20 minutes, they didn't take the chances, they didn't put the game to bed, and then PSG get their moment, and look what happened.
But they did create the chances, and you wonder if Arsenal are where Man City was a couple of years back when they didn't have a striker and they were coming short in this tournament because they didn't score enough goals. And, you know, okay, they scored today, but they were more than 6.5 game in semi-finals where they haven't scored, you know? And you need guys to put the ball in the net on the easy one. Saka had a chance right after he scored.
They also missed the penalty though as well.
Yeah,
so
but that was fine because that was never a penalty.
I think if you look at it and
that would have ruined the game.
Assess the game. I think PSG were the better team over two legs. Arsenal give it a good go. I think the game was lost in the first leg. I think the miss of Thomas Partey in that first leg, and then today they had to go a little bit for the game. Got caught out of positions at times, but I think in the end the quality shone through, and PSG were the better team and they deserve to be in the final.
Yeah, I think when Nasser talked about his project, you know, the project was absolutely fantastic, getting rid of all the Galacticos stars, bring in the young, hungry players. And when we started to look at this team closely in January, when they beat Man City or got through Man City, you know, from that point on, they, for some reason, just became, for me, best team in Europe, and they're in the final and they really deserve to be in the final.
Did you have them in your brackets in the final?
I don't have anyone left in the bracket from the quarterfinals and onwards.
You've had a disaster.
I've had a disaster.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much. We want to, of course, release you into the Paris night to go and enjoy yourselves.
Bye.
Don't have too much fun. Hotel cost, we'd like to see the pictures from over there. Nice meal, glass of wine, I'm sure, Micah.
Enjoy, Big Meeks.
Have a wonderful
If it
time.
can't be good, be careful.
I will, don't you worry.
Don't be good.
I'm big for a reason, you know that.
No, Jamie, no.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much, guys. Sorry, I thought, all types of confusion. I guess I'd just like to pick up on that point that you were making with the president, with Nasser Al-Khelaifi, about the culture of PSG, essentially, is what we were talking about, and how he's changed their identity. What kind of team do you now see PSG as, and what are the ills that he's managed to solve?
Look, you have to, and I said it, you have to understand, when Paris Saint-Germain doesn't win, it's chaotic. It's the hope of the whole league. By the way, thanks to Paris Saint-Germain, that people know what's happening in Ligue 1. Let's all be honest, not disrespecting anyone in the league. Everything looks good. The shirts look good. The whole equipment look good. You can go, and I know, and I said it to him when I was young. Going to the Parc des Princes was a challenge, for a reason that I won't mention here because it's too long. But they made it like a family place to go, warm place to go that people like to see. Only thing that they were missing now is to finish like little touch. That's what you need to do when you have a good house and you go like, now we need to do this. We need to make it better here, better there. And when I was working on French TV before, I said it live on air. This is why I said that to him. And some people didn't like it. I was like, you gotta go young. You gotta go young if you want to achieve something. It needs to be a project that's going to be a long-term project, not buying players that are good, by the way, and then buying after 2 years again, and then after 2 years again, and 2 years again. And you know what? Like I said, they put Paris Saint-Germain back on the map. Still one game to go, like he said. But from my Paris Saint-Germain that I've seen when I was way younger to a good one from the Ginola, Valdo, Weah, Ricardo. I'm not going to name everybody because they had so many great players, and even before in the history. It's just like nice to see that it's a place that you can go and watch a game safely, that the community is on board. The only thing that was missing recently is the connection from the fans to the players, something that you have in Liverpool, where the community it's much more than what you do, guys, on the field. It's also that togetherness that was missing a bit in Paris, and they have that this year. You can see that the fans can relate to the team and they believe what the team is doing. All you want at the end of the day is a team that's going to fight, right? Regardless of what it is. We can talk about tactic, we can talk about individuals. When you see Kvaratskhelia running like he did off the ball, it's just outstanding. What he did in the last minute of the game, and we're going to talk about it, moments, the 2 goals up on aggregate. He didn't try to be the star. He brought the ball back to the corner flag, lost a couple of minutes, because he knows that's what it takes to go to a final of the Champions League, although it was 2 goals up. Barcelona didn't. We're going to talk about it.
Yes, well, you mentioned we're going to talk about it. We do have to take a quick break, but Thierry's right. After that break, we'll come back. We'll bring you in-depth analysis up at the big screen of both of the semi-finals across the last couple of days. We'll also complete the highlights. We know we jumped out early. We'll jump back into those as well. Welcome back, everybody. Well, these are the scenes live from Paris, the French capital, where PSG have made their second Champions League final ever after a 3-1 aggregate win over Arsenal. It will be their first Champions League final since 2020. Obviously, that one didn't end in their favour. What's up, Thierry?
No, I'm just saying that also what you need to understand here is that when they went to that final, they couldn't celebrate it.
Because it was COVID, right?
And so they couldn't. It wasn't at their place. It wasn't a normal semi-final. It wasn't a normal. So that's why you see them, having that reaction and the fireworks and all of that. There is an explanation.
Do you think Big Meeks is in there?
For sure.
He has to be, doesn't he?
He will.
Honestly, he is like Don King. He will just change like that, won't he? You know what I mean? He'll go from one team
from
to
Arsenal
the other. He's gone home. He's gone there with Arsenal, and he's going to go home with PSG, isn't he?
You may well do. Let's jump back into
of it to guide it. Well, at times I always say that at times left-footed players in this type of situation, ball bouncing with your right, you need to put your foot above the ball instead of under. If not, it goes up and it went up.
What about your pronunciation of Kvaratskhelia these days? Not bad, is it?
Yes, we're getting there, aren't
yes.
we? We're getting
Growth,
there.
End of the
Jamie.
season?
Yeah, I mean, we're getting there. I'm hosting things. I'm taking us off the show. I mean, I'm mixing with the hierarchy now of CBS.
Were they not always the hierarchy of CBS, or did you just mean
Beckham
right?
and Friends. Well, they've only been here
we were just peasants.
No, I didn't understand you were talking about them. I'm sorry.
Your new friends.
them.
Your new friends.
Well, yes, I'm in both friendship groups,
Yeah. So you when we go to the final,
Yes.
we like to go for a meal, don't we, the night before? Are you going with them or are you coming with us?
Wow.
I'm not sure. I don't think I get invited to Beckham and Friends because I'm one of the friends. I think it's just
No, you were the show.
host,
You were actually the show.
Beckham and
Yeah,
Friends.
but what I'm saying
as
is
a
you
host.
must have, you made a good impression, I'm sure,
Oh, do you think so, Jamie? Why? Did you think I did a good job?
I thought you did okay.
Oh, very okay. Okay, I'll take okay. Thanks.
Kate Beckham and Friends.
Should we rename it?
Yes, Kate Beckham and Friends.
Let's try.
I'm not sure they'll go for it. We are going to go to a very quick break, though, because you guys are going to get up to the big screen in a few after this break and break down both of these semi-finals. Lots of good content coming for you. This is Paris, and as Jamie said, somewhere in the middle of it is Big Meeks. We'll try and find him.
He's there.
Well, the Champions League final is set, and tomorrow it is the turn of the Europa and Conference Leagues. So is it going to be an all Premier League, Europa League final? Well, Manchester United look to close out Athletic Club in their semi-final, and Tottenham are going to take a 2-goal lead to Bodo Glimt. Over in the conference, Chelsea are 3-up on Djurgården, whilst Fiorentina are 1 down against Real Betis. You can watch every single game live on Paramount Plus, as always, or you can also tour around the grounds with Nico Cantor on the Golasso show. Live coverage begins for you on Paramount Plus and the Golasso network at 2 p.m. Eastern. We'll be right back with that analysis. Okay, good to have you back with us. As promised, Thierry and Jamie have gone up to the big screen. We're going to do some in-depth analysis on both of these semis. Tell us where you're going to start, Thierry.
Start with Inter Barcelona. We were all happy with what happened, back in love with the game. But on the next day, you wake up and you kind of think, minute 93rd, you're 1 goal up. As I'm obviously talking about Barcelona, you shouldn't make it a game. You should try to kill it. Foreign for Inter, as we're going to see here, we can roll it. Remember, 93rd minute, you're 1 goal up on aggregate. Ball goes to Lamine Yamal. It's one thing, is or you score, and if you score, we don't talk. But here, I personally would have gone to the corner flag, and I've done it personally. I know, Jamie, you would have liked the ball to stay there and waste time. He doesn't do it. Okay, no problem. We still have the ball. Pedri gets it. Stop. Can we go here and try to see if we can possess it to stay here and go maybe this way and try to see if they're going to lose their mind, if we can keep the ball. You don't want to make it again. Okay, let's play. Ball goes on the other side. Again, Lamine Yamal. Boom, pause. He can go to the corner flag, but he decides to go inside and try to score. If you score, there's nothing you can do. You go 2 goals up on aggregate, and it's definitely over. But he decides to go in. Okay. Shoots. Ball goes now out. Pause. Look at Lewandowski saying to everybody, calm down, calm down. At that particular moment, you have to make this a block. They have to come back. It's a throw-in for you. Only Lewandowski goes there. Lamine Yamal, please come here. We all come back here. We do not care about what's going to happen. You don't want to overlap and try to see if you can score. You won. Look, they overlap. Next thing you know, look at what it is. Now it's a battle. It's a 3v3 at the back. Long ball. Okay, he's trying to come back. That should never happen. But now you have people coming. How can you be in a situation like this? Araujo trying to play offside. Now you're going to be behind Acerbi. Don't make it a game, please. Do not make it the game. Boom. Boom. And yes, at the time, it didn't look bad. And yes, at the time, even me yesterday, I was like, oh, if Lamine Yamal scores there. But at the end of the very day, they made it a game. Now let's compare this to Paris Saint-Germain. 91st minute, 2 goals up on aggregate. Less of a game. Look at Kvaratskhelia and his experience. He's not going to try to go in between players. He's going to run the line. If you ever block me or tackle me, he's going to go 91st minute. 91st minute, as I said at the top of it. This is what you do in a game and how you go to finals in the Champions League.
Yeah, and I'm going to look at the goal from Hakimi, and I think if I think of the thing that stood out for me tactically in football this season, it's the role of the fullbacks. I just look where Hakimi is here, the goal scorer. Don't forget, Arsenal have got the ball with Kivior. He's not even marking his winger. No. He's picking in here. He's probably asking Marquinhos to get across. We stop it there, we highlight where it is, we've just seen where he is now, and then Kivior's trying to find a pass into midfield. So already, he's in a position where if there is a turnover, he's going to be on the front foot. This is something tactically I've seen a lot in the Champions League this season from Hakimi. We just run it on from there now. Mendes as well, I've seen it with Liverpool a lot, with Arne Slot as well, and the role of the fullbacks. We spoke a lot about them coming into midfield. I think the next step now is where we find them now, between the lines and on the last line. I mean, for Hakimi to find himself in this position, and it's not a one-off, Thierry. We've seen it constantly. We highlighted it a lot in the game. I mean, is this something you see yourself coming into the game and a new evolution of the fullback role?
Yeah, you had Peck making the fullback going to play inside, as we will see, as holding midfielders, but to have them going all the way to play as nines. I mean, we showed a clip, I think it was a week or 2 weeks ago, where they nearly set up each other in a 6-yard box for a tap-in. I mean, I rarely saw that. I've seen those guys rolling in to be playing there. As holding midfielder. We see Trent Alexander sometimes helping Mo Salah inside. Obviously, he won't do that anymore, but the liberty that they have is just outstanding at Paris Saint-Germain.
And we're going to throw to Anita, to my good friend, Kavici Kvaratskhelia.
Wow, congratulations. You joined this club in January. You've been a key player in this run into this moment. You are now in the Champions League final. How does it feel?
It feels great. It's been so quickly, everything. I'm already in the Champions League final. It's like a dream. And I think this is about the hard work, about the trust, the process. And I'm really happy that I'm here with these boys, with this club. I feel very, very good here.
Let's talk about this game today. What was the approach? Of course, you had the 1-goal lead from North London last week.
It was a tough start, really. They start very well. They had many opportunities to score, but we keep trying to play our game. I think we had many opportunities to score also, and I think we deserve to win today, and that's why we won. It was a really tough game because Arsenal is one of the best team in the world right now. They show that they have ability to play very well in the attack and in the defense. So it was really, really tough game for us today.
What a link that was. I think we called him Kvici though, did we? Kvici?
It's okay.
That's what we say to each other, me and him.
It's okay.
Oh, friends.
It's a town in France, Vichy.
Kvici?
Yeah, Vichy.
You know what? If we're going to meet him at the final, and we're going to see him. You know, if they win, he's going to come over. We can get it. We can nail it there. Once and for all.
Hopefully.
Yes. Fingers crossed.
No, that's a tough one.
Yeah, I mean, I've had trouble with that, haven't I, since he was playing for Napoli, wasn't it? Against Liverpool.
Yeah, but I do like to see the growth curve, you know? You say it with such confidence too now.
Honestly.
Really embraced it.
Yes. I've fooled a lot of people over the years with that confidence.
We're going to go to a break. These are the scenes in Paris still.
Okay, still there.
Wow, looks good over there, doesn't it? Celebration's going to carry on. Inter in the final next for PSG. We'll be back in just a second. Hey, welcome back, everybody. Mikel Arteta, the Arsenal manager, has been speaking. Let's listen in.
Mikel, commiserations. That was Arsenal's first semi-final in the Champions League since the 2008-2009 campaign. How tough is it to take?
Well, first of all, congratulate PSG. They are in the final. It's not about merits. It's actually about what the scoreline shows. This game is about, and this competition about the boxes. And in both games, their man of the match was the same player, their goalkeeper.
Today was Achraf Hakimi.
Yeah, I think it was clear who won the game today for them. And I just spoke to them, and they had the same view on it. So very disappointed to not to be in the final, but we have to accept that the performance is not enough. At the end, you have to have the capacity to win the game in the box.
Who is it that you spoke to?
To a few people of them. Yeah.
Oh, and they shared that opinion.
Yeah.
In terms
all of them.
Events within the game, there was the penalty call. You didn't seem happy with that. Of course, Raya stepped up. He made the save. Saka managed to pull one back, but it wasn't enough.
Yeah, that's all in the past now.
Oh, okay. Well, unfortunately, we've only got 30 seconds left, so you can give me a very quick reaction.
I'm good at these links. No, listen. Listen. When a manager speaks after the game, he's still emotional. I've seen another interview where he says that he feels Arsenal the best team in the Champions League this season and what they've done. That's nonsense. They're not. They're not. He said something similar a couple of days about Liverpool's points tally, and the same one with him. So, no, I think he's just an emotional manager at the moment.
5,
yeah.
4.
So
Great. These
we'll
links
see you in a minute.
Have a wonderful time. See you at the final.